Good day everyone. Today we have the 2023 Mitsubishi Xpander Cross. This is going to be a full in-depth tour review of the 2023 Xpander Cross. Before I start my review video, I want to give a big shout out to Mitsubishi Motors Angeles, Pampanga for allowing me to review the new Xpander Cross. For information, prices, quotation, and services, feel free to contact their Facebook page and the contact number below. And once again, this is PatrickReyesTV. Let's go and start the review. Now, with the key fob around the vehicle, you could lock and unlock the doors just by pressing the square button right here. So it's currently unlocked because of the side mirror is widely open. So let's try locking it. And to unlock, just press the button again. On the door sidings, you have your carbon finish right here. It is matte in finish, and you have your soft touch material. It's kind of a leather-like feel, and your silver accents as well. Leather seats on the Xpander Cross. You have your height adjustment, recliner, and your seat position control. So it has white stitches around the leather seat, as you can see. Now with the key fob inside the vehicle, you can start the accessories just by pressing this button right here. It turns orange. So head unit is now turned on. And once more for ignition. And to start the engine, just put your foot on the brake and push the button to start. So, before we check the inside, let's go and check out the outside first. And with that, let's turn on the headlights, fog lights, and the hazards. Driver's side window is electrically powered and automatic up and down. The Xpander series all started in 2018 in the Philippines. It was presented to be an MPV as it had decent ground clearance for light off-roading, a 7-seater, and front-wheel drive. It sounds familiar, isn't it? Of course, before the Xpander, it was the Mitsubishi Adventure that had that segment. It was 2 decades of success for the Adventure, but it had to retire and make way for a newer MPV, and thus, the Xpander was born. It was first a huge talk in the town when the Xpander first came out. First was the headlight that wasn't in the headlight portion, if you know what I mean. The headlight was actually in the bumper slide. Secondly, did it actually come in diesel? And the obvious answer was a big no. At the time, the Xpander almost looked like a concept car that was actually running on the streets. The Xpander spearheaded this segment, and after a couple of months, competitors released the Toyota Rush and the Honda BRV, as there was a very good market on this segment. Its predecessor, the Mitsubishi Adventure, was very successful in the market, and the next generation Xpander didn't disappoint. One thing that most consumers actually just complains about is the outdated 4-speed automatic of the Xpander. But other than that, it's a great vehicle for family and multi-purpose services. It has a great exterior design, great ground clearance, 7-seater, a lot of inside storages, and a decent price. The Xpander Cross, on the other hand, was first introduced in 2020 that boasted a slightly higher ground clearance than the original, a roof rail, fender flares, and a more overall rugged look for the car. Clearly, Mitsubishi was indicating that the Xpander was really made for adventure. For those out there that wants to have an ample amount of ground clearance, a 7-seater, but still is easy to drive, the Xpander Cross is definitely a good buy for you.
So, let's go and pop the hood.
The Xpander Cross comes with a 1.5-liter 4A91 dual overhead cam 16-valve gasoline engine. It produces 109 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 145 Newton meters of torque at 4,000 RPM. The Xpander Cross can only be paired with a 4-speed automatic transmission. The Xpander Cross still is a front-wheel drive despite the fact that it has a good ground clearance. Mixed fuel consumption is at 21 kilometers per liter and a fuel tank capacity of 45 liters.
Now on the inside, you're first greeted with the 4-spoke steering wheel, similar steering wheel that you see on the Montoya Sport and the Strada models. It is purely in leather and side extensions right here for better grip. Stitchings right here as well. Now right over here, you have your volume controls and your selector for the gauge. Here is your cruise control. You have voice command as well, accept call and decline call, music, your next and previous. Very simple. The steering wheel could also be adjusted, telescopic, and height. On the left side, you have your side mirror controls and auto folding as well. Traction control.
Here you have your 4-speed automatic transmission with lower gear shiftability. And once you put the gear on reverse, you have your rear backup camera on the head unit.
Electronic parking brake. So push it to release and pull it to hold the parking brake. This one is auto hold. So what this does is when you're in traffic, you just press this button and you don't need to pull up your handbrake and just let off the brakes to keep the expander not moving. So it's like a automatic handbrake, I would say. And just release the brake pedals and just press the gas and it automatically releases the brakes. This one right here is your power outlet, USB input, a slot right here probably for coins or cards, and right here as well. Now right here on the dashboard, as you can see, it is all in soft touch plastic material right on the top part. This one's your airbag, of course, and this one is purely leather with matching carbon fiber trims. And this one, another slot or storage right here for your quick tools or documents that you need. Glove compartment. So pretty much basic on the inside. Nothing much special, to be honest. You get what you need and bunch of storage for your daily car, which is a very good thing for this type of vehicles. Now right here is your map lights, visors. This one's the same with the Montero, and this one's for the voice command, I believe. Now for the speakers, you have your tweeter speakers right on the dashboard for vocal. And on the bottom part, you have speakers as well for that surround sound feel and that extra punch for the bass. Let's check out the head unit. In the home screen, you have FM, AM, Bluetooth audio, and phone. So of course, let's try the speakers. Okay, now the speakers are quite decent. Nothing too special, but it's not bad. You could use it for a daily. And it's not really it's not really special, but it works very great. Now right here you have your Bluetooth audio. Of course, who doesn't have Bluetooth anymore? You have phone as well. You can connect your phone via Bluetooth and contact your contacts wirelessly. So this one's the shifting of the brightness. So this one's for daylight and for night. Nice. So it's quite simple. The head unit's quite simple. It really has what you need. So nothing special, but it has what you need for your daily essentials. Now right here on the gauge, this is what I like the most, I would say, in the Xpander Cross. So everything is fully digital, as you can see. You have your water temperature on the left side and your speedometer right here in the middle and your RPM right here. Kind of like a racing or sport-like RPM. And right over here is your fuel gauge, which obviously doesn't have any fuel anymore. And that's about it on the gauge. This one's for the brightness, of course. There you go. Now right over here you have your air conditioning controls. You have your fan speed, temperature. It says hot and cool. Your different modes. AC button, rear defogger, and front defogger. Now one highlight of the Xpander Cross, it has a storage right over here, which has a maximum of 2 kilos. Probably your shoes or some stuff that you could put right over here. It's a nice feature of the Xpander Cross. It's nice to have that on the passenger side. So let's go and check out the rear seats. So as you can see in the camera, I don't know if it shows, but it's quite an extended door for better entrance for the rear passengers, and of course for better legroom and overall space for the rear passengers. So even if this is a crossover SUV, this one still has plenty of space for passengers to be comfortable with. Now on the door sidings, you have the same materials on the front. You have plastic materials right here, soft touch material, silver accents, and your white stitching right over here. Same finish, leather material on the inside. Nice feel. So once you go inside the rear seats, of course, as a passenger, you could see this storage pockets right here and right over here. So you don't need to go to Lazada and Shopee to buy this cargo slots right over here, because the Xpander Cross has a built-in one. And here, air conditioning controls, 4 vents to be exact, all adjustable. Right over here, you have your USB-A slot and a USB-C. Very nice. Now right over here, you have an armrest with cup holder. So what you want to do is just pull this tab right here and just pull it down. And obviously this one's still covered in plastic, so I cannot push this down all the way, but you get the idea. This would be an armrest that lands right over here in the middle with cup holders for the rear passengers. And this is a view of the 2023 Mitsubishi Xpander Cross front cabin. Just what you would expect from a 2023 year model of a Mitsubishi Xpander. Looks very decent, looks very nice. Now, one attention to detail that the Xpander Cross has is that the window on the rear doors could actually be opened almost all the way, which is actually good enough. And because of that gap right over here through the wheel well, and because of the long doors as well, you could actually achieve this opening right here. And some other cars actually open just right over here, and this one folds all the way right here, which is very nice. So let's go and check out the rearmost seats. Now in here, you have your easy access once you fold this down with just one click of a lever. And now I'm here on the rearmost seat. But to tell you exactly, the rearmost seat only caters for, I think, kids, because look at the leg space that I have currently. And this is the seat right here of the rearmost seats. You have little space on the back, so you might consider that as well. It's very good for the kids or just purely for cargo. You have power outlet right here. Cup holder here as well. Electronic switch. And here you have a cargo space. Seats could be folded down. Just pull this lever or tab right here, and it folds down flat. You could fold down the seats on the middle seat and the back row to have plenty of space for long items. And right over here is for your tools. So, thank you everyone for watching the video review of the 2023 Mitsubishi Xpander Cross. There's a lot more to come, so please do subscribe, share, and like my videos. This is PatrickReyesTV, signing out.